What was the state of their marriage before he died? Like, I know that they were, talking about, becoming parents again. So where were they at the time of their death?
Well, he even had a name picked out. If it was a boy or a girl, they're going to call the child Flynn. I think there was a point in their lives where they finally, once again, it all hinged on whether or not Carolyn could handle the pressure, and it seemed as if she was doing much better in those closing, weeks of their marriage.
What were they like as a couple? What did friends think of them as a couple? Were they totally on board with them? Was Carolyn the perfect match for him?
Well, I thought the most insightful comment was one of their best friends, and he told me that in life there are gardens and there are gardeners in a relationship. For a relationship to work, one person has to be the garden, and the other person has to be the gardener, tending to the needs. The trouble was they were both gardens, so they were both they both needed tending by somebody, and I think that they're very high strung on a certain level. I think they had tempers because we saw that exhibited in several arguments that they had in public. Um, s- but by and large, people thought that she was worth it, and that toward again the end of their lives, they had managed to reach this kind of uh, thing, this rapprochement in their relationship. Whatever kind of uh, friction that there had been was being dealt. He was making accommodations for her, and she was finally making them for him. Starting to work out.
Did John propose several times to Carolyn, or was it just the one time and she just didn't say yes right away?
You have to wait. Yeah. Well, it depends on who you talk to. But I believe that he proposed several times informally, and then finally kind of put his foot down, and she knew it was time to accept. She wasn't ever after him. That was so appealing to him. You can imagine how he was pursued by women constantly. He didn't have to ever uh, go after somebody, but in her case, he did. And I think by playing it cool and playing hard to get, she was pretty smart because that's what commanded him, I think.
So that's probably what intrigued him the most about her, you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. And people say she was very much like Jackie in a way that she was very classy, very cool, and again, someone who would not be toyed with necessarily. She was, they were surrounded. Don't forget, the Kennedy men were not always famous for handling their relationships with the opposite sex with great care, and he apparently was, because as I said, I could never find any of his former girlfriends or loves who felt anything but warmly toward him. Still.